January 20th, Donald Trump takes office, and he's promising big changes day one.
And I will end the electric vehicle mandate on day one.
You promised to end birthright citizenship on day one. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about it. I'm Marianne Ahern. This is The Brief. Whether it's deportations, reversing DEI policies, or ending business regulations, President-elect Trump has big promises he's made and hopes to start those on day one. Let's start with immigration. As the president-elect sees it, immigration policies right now breed crime. He wants to reduce crime. So he's saying deportations will begin day one.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered, and we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail. We're going to kick them the hell out of our country as fast as possible.
Chicago might even play a big role. Tom Homan, who is the border czar, he has been in Chicago. He promises Chicago will be, quote, ground zero.
Well, guess where Tom Homan's going to be day one? Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago police are pushing back and saying they will not assist with enforcing immigration laws unless it is a matter of immediate public safety. Chicago police say they will not be making traffic stops based on immigration status. Trump says he's not a dictator except day one. So immigration, look for that to be big changes from the start. So what to look for on immigration on that day one? Executive orders, including Trump is promising an executive order on closing the southern border. All right, let's talk energy. Drill, baby, drill. Those are Trump's words.
We will, right from day one, we're going to drill, baby, drill.
He wants to increase drilling for oil and reverse climate procedures. He wants to reduce energy prices by 50%. Tariffs. Trump has said he will impose big tariffs on products made outside the United States. Any imported goods. China is his big target. He wants to impose a 60% import tax on goods from China, as well a 25% tax on goods from Mexico. Now, the naysayers want to know what happens to us who might be buying those products. Are we going to pay more? In a recent interview with Kristen Welker from Meet the Press, Trump said he can't guarantee anything. Once he's in office, President-elect Trump will have the power to pardon. What about those who were involved in the Capitol Hill riot on January 6, 2021? Expect many of them to be pardoned.
Those people have suffered long and hard, and there may be some exceptions to it. I have to look. But, if somebody was radical, crazy.
He has the right to pardon anyone charged with federal court charges. He can also tell the Attorney General to stand down. What about education? President Trump is promising to cut federal funding for schools that teach critical race theory. In his words, quote, inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content. He also wants to roll back protections for transgender students. And when it comes to the military, the same. He wants to end reimbursement for military members who get abortions and restrict gender-affirming health care for transgender military.
On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this?
That's not all. Government workers, he wants to ban DEI programs and requirements and end civil service protections. Not just Trump, but Elon Musk is talking about getting those federal workers back in the office and end those protections of working from home. Trump says he'd like to crack down on government workers who leak to reporters. As for federal workers who don't necessarily work for Trump, yes, they work for the president, but they've been there many years. He'd like to fire some of those long-time career federal workers, make them more loyal supporters to Trump. We'll see how that happens. What about the Russia-Ukraine war? During the campaign, Trump has said he could end the war in 24 hours. He has criticized Biden for giving more money to Ukraine, and we certainly know that he has been friendly with Putin. 24 hours, that's very unlikely. Even the Ukraine president has said so. As for Trump's own legal troubles, the federal cases all go away because of DOJ policy. A sitting president cannot be prosecuted. However, he cannot pardon himself from his New York civil case. The bottom line, the emphasis will be on immigration, Republican conservative values, and big business, slashing regulations. A lot of these, however, need congressional approval. Now, it seems like a big to-do list, but guess what? Voters, they're going to be looking for results. That's why they voted for Donald Trump. He promised these changes. That's what got him elected. Even if all of this is not accomplished on day one, it still sets the tone. It changes the page from the Biden presidency.